Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another bomb reading. Yeah, bombtastical. Yeah, who makes up these words, right? I hope you guys are all well. And in this reading, we have the Two of Cups, and it shows up as a celebration here. Excuse me, they call this the Two of Hearts. And we see like a shrimp dip and like a cake over here with these candles here, right? And so somebody wants to celebrate with you, and there's somebody in this reading who is having a hard time but in love with you. Yeah, that's really what this is about. And remember, this may be you because these readings are general and they can be switched, right? So yeah, but before we begin, Sagittarius, if you'd like your own psychic reading, you may always get one. They're lots of fun. They're very eye-opening. And yeah, I can, help you with kind of questions you have about your life, right? Kind of seeing through with my perspective, right? Kind of. And I don't tell you exactly what to do. That's not what's going on. It's just that sometimes, if you are thinking about something and like you want something or you want to change, or it's just something that you are trying to change in your life and that needs improvement or something like that. Sometimes you know the answer, but when you hear someone else's perspective, especially, through their clairvoyance, things like that, it can help you, right? Like kind of find the answer. Yeah. So if you don't understand somebody, you don't know somebody, you just met them, great to get a psychic reading. We do a tarot spread at the end. Lots of fun. We do them on the phone. They're very personal. If you'd like a video, you may get one of those. And if you'd like a tarot spread unto itself, a tarot reading, you may get one of those as well. And and then Mystic Sense has a 5-minute free psychic reading for you. That link is below. Okay, Sagittarius, and happy Friday for sure. And if you guys watched my video on the astrology that I pinned, right, the next video will be a little bit more in layman's terms, all right? Yeah, I'm not going to be telling you so many astrological terms, right? So live and learn, right? And eventually they'll be kind of like these tarot readings, right, where just feeling like I could, just feeling more at home with it, right? Excuse me with my sniffing. So yeah, just keep in mind that it'll be a little bit more, I guess, comprehensible and understandable, because I was listening in a lot of terms, right? Yeah, and that you guys are not most likely aware of. Okay, so the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups is here as well. It's a brand new beginning in love, and here's the bird with the quill. Now, the bird's not really writing anything. They kind of have the bird showing up that, the bird has kind of done this beautiful calligraphy, right? This art. I feel like that's calligraphy. I know it's writing, but I feel like it's also art. And so, but this talks about a message, right? We see the quill, it's a pen, it's communication. And the bird talks about communication too. And so somebody here is wanting to reach out to you. I feel like that's it in this reading. Yeah. And and this reading is going to be for anybody with a lot of Sagittarius in their chart. Could be anybody. That's the whole thing. That's why it's great to always have your chart. You can get a free one over at astro.com. Is it going to explain it to you? No, you need an astrologer to explain that. You do. It's way too deep and intricate, right? But you can see your placements. Yeah. So in the reading, Sagittarius, the star is here twice. Yeah. And over here is the star, and it's this nice lady here. Yes, she is. Let's have a look at that star and see how they describe the star there. And this is, and she is the Knight of Pentacles. That's how she's seen here, aka the Jack of Hearts, right? Diamonds, rather. And so, yeah, this is hope. Okay, so the star is hope again. I mean, it is hope. Traditionally or kind of universally, but hey, Jane Fairfax was orphaned as a girl, yet she grows up to sing, play piano, and marries happily. Okay, good for her, right? And maybe this person orphaned you, Sagittarius, right? It's possible because the Ten of Swords is in the reading. Yeah, and this person, I forgot what I said coming into the reading. I just said that they want to reach out to you, but that this person is some kind of unhappiness going on with them. I forgot how I worded it. But yeah, and the Ten of Swords is here. And then we have this card here. You got the love, right? You guys remember that song? I forgot who sang it. Staple Singers? I don't know. I think it was Chaka Khan. And so you got the love, right? And we see this woman here, and she's kind of troubled. And this is her face kind of like 3 different times. I still think this is her over here. Yeah, pretty sure. And this is codependency and boundaries. And so when we see this, you got the love, it's somebody who's doubting themselves. Yeah, because they have been behaving kind of, in a codependent way, or they've been letting other people cross their boundaries, or just this is somebody who's doubting themselves. That's what this is. And yeah, yesterday I had a kind of a consultation with somebody who's doubting themselves. And so yeah, and we also have the cosmic heart. Make your life a moving prayer. And this is devotion. This person is devoted to you. Potency. This person, make your life a moving prayer, means it's kind of like, I want this to really work for me. I want this to kind of play out, kind of like a little bit like a movie. But this person is devoted to you. And as I said, they've been in some type of a situation here, a role in their life, or, and here's the Ten of Swords over here to prove it. Yeah, the swords are out of her, though. And that does talk about extreme unhappiness. Yeah, and could be depression, right? But yeah, and so somebody misses you in this reading, Sagittarius, and we start here with the Hierophant. Yeah, here he is, and the snake is also in the reading, but this is desire. Sorry about my sniffing, you guys. This is desire, and the apples are here, and the snake is, yeah, this is not about what is it? Deception, because the snake is there. No, it's not. This is about somebody who has been really contemplating you, or, feeling you and thinking about you. It's a 7. That's what they are. And the Queen of Wands is down here, showing up as the Queen of Clubs, basically. And so the star and the mice are here. And the mice are, hopefully they're not, running through your house here. But the mice are eating the cheesecloth, and they're eating everything, right? The mice are in somebody's kitchen here, and so one of them's over here, kind of in this pot, and this one's eating, and they're eating everything they see. But this is really about something that eats away at somebody. It bothers them. And the interesting thing is, this is a 5, it's a 23, and down here, this is the 7 of Wands, basically, if we want to kind of, I don't know, cross read, if you will, right? So 5s are about, kind of really earth-shaking change. It's change that nobody likes. It's, a 5 to me, kind of like in astrology, is like a square, right? It makes you take action. Some type of tension that happens. Something happens and you have no control over it, right? Like, for example, your car breaks down and, you get paid once a month or something like that. And so you can't fix it until then. And so you're on the bus, you're bussing it. So this is forced change, and it's not comfortable because, now you have to get up earlier, and, you have to put your tennis shoes on and, walk to the bus stop or whatever it is. This is change here that's very uncomfortable for somebody. And it is another 7 down here with the 7 down here with the 7 of Wands. And so this is more contemplation, lots of contemplation here. And we see this lady here, you got the love, right? I wish I could think of the words to that song. I think she says, you got the love, maybe give me the change, or something like that. But and so we have, once again, codependency and boundaries. But, this person is in definite contemplation. As you can see by her shadowed vision. Maybe, it's hard to see. Those are kind of pastel cards, so they're a little bit hard to see anyway. But yeah, the cosmic heart. Somebody loves you here, Sagittarius. They do. And they don't know if they're going to have a new beginning with you, I'm pretty sure, because the Ace of Cups is here. And the stars here twice. Like, they have hope, but they don't know if they're going to have a new beginning with you. Yeah. And this star, too, is a 7. Yeah, another 7. Wow, up here. This 16, we look at both numbers here, and because, I beg your pardon, numerology is really important. We have the 6 of Hearts down here, which is the same thing as the 6 of Cups. Yeah, somebody loves you from the past. Yeah. And they're showing the zodiac wheel. This person feels that you are fate and destiny. That's really what the wheel is, the zodiac wheel. It's fate and destiny. It's you're given a roadmap in your life, your natal chart at birth. And you're given it so you can make the most of it. And it tells you how to get to the beautiful places in your life. But you have to have your chart, and you have to have somebody explain it to you, right? And really well, there's a lot. So, yeah, it shows you. It does. It shows you what you're unaware of, things that are out of your hands, like squares. There's nothing you can do about it. But you can respond in the right way. It also shows you your talents and things. It shows you what to do. It definitely shows you what to do and how to handle, how to make the most of your life. Yeah, to live a happy life. Okay, so we'll get back to this, right? If you guys need your chart analyzed, just let me know, please. And you can tell I'm thorough because I talk a lot, Sagittarius, right? Okay, let's do this reading here. And I try to cover these cards pretty well as well. And here we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is somebody who knows the truth, right? I mean, that's what he is, depicted as. Whether or not you guys like the Hierophant or whatever, that has nothing to do with this, right? No, it doesn't. But here he has the keys. He does. And these two people, believe him because he knows the truth about life. Wisdom, that's what he knows. And the keys are here, as I said, to kind of confirm that. He has the key to life. And underneath is the Hangman. The Hangman also knows here. He's been enlightened, and, he has this halo around him. I feel like there's another word for that, too. Because I know when you get these, when somebody passes away and you get the little card with, Mary or Jesus or the saints or whoever, right? On the card, at least in Christianity, they always have a halo, right? But I just don't think I think there's another name. I would really be interested to know that, right? That's very Sagittarian too. I feel like it is. Religion and spirituality, right? So here's the angel, and he's pointing because he's telling him something. He's telling him it's time to get down now. It's time to accept the truth as well. And here is the Hierophant as well above. Excuse me, you guys, repeating as well. But this Hanged Man here underneath the Hierophant knows something needs to end. Something needs to be sacrificed. Something needs to be moved on from and released. That's what the Hanged Man is. And we have the Three of Pentacles crossing it. In this reading, this person is coming to tell you that they're going to do their best. They're going to work with you. They're going to be your mate the way you wanted. Because there's regret in this reading. It's here. And there is no Five of Cups that I see, but I don't need it, specifically to be here. We don't. We have plenty of other cards describing it. So this person regrets not doing this. It's like they woke up. They had some type of an awakening and a realization, a powerful realization that you're very important to them. And I don't feel like they understood this in the past. And it could have been because this person here was maybe in their lower vibration, where you don't realize gifts that are in your life. You're negative. You don't think you're negative. You might think that, well, you might think a bunch of stuff has happened to you, and why me? And so whenever you're in that energy, kind of victim mode, then we don't see what's being gifted. We don't see our own beauty. No, we don't. We don't see our talents and what we can do in the world to be happy for ourselves, right? Like the careers we could do, the work we could do, the changes we can make. We don't see that stuff. And so I feel like this person, this codependency and this boundaries here was in some type of a lower vibration, a lower frequency, a lower consciousness. And not understanding. And we see the higher consciousness here with the Hierophant and the Hangman. So there's a major understanding here. Somebody, there's a major maturity. Yeah, enlightenment, and, enlightenment's a heavy word, kind of, right? Well, we can say wisdom or higher consciousness instead, right? So, when you understand the meaning of life, really, you don't allow yourself to be sad anymore. You're like, what? Especially if you got, you have health, you're like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to sit here and think about what I don't have or what's not working. I'm going to sit here and think about and, and go do what is working, right? What's going to work, what I can make work. And that's what kind of went on in this reading here. This Three of Pentacles, he's standing up. And, this priest and the nun both are looking at him and trusting in him. He's standing on this platform. He has this scroll because he's the craftsman there at the church. And he's, he probably made this beautiful stained glass. And I wish he'd come over to my house. I'll even have a little one. Yeah, I'll have a small one. And so, they're beautiful stained glass. There's some light and beauty. There's like this earthiness, but there is this kind of like intuition and like awakening because of the glass itself, the way the light comes through it. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Yeah, there is. So anyway, here, and these are the Three of Pentacles, and he's showing them, he's declaring, hey, I'm going to do my best here. And they're listening to him, and they are believing him. She has a smile on her face, right? The Queen of Wands is the root. This is why it's all happening. So this person knows the truth about their life. They went through something hard to figure it out. And that's usually what happens. People don't learn through easy, they just don't learn through, easy stuff. That's why, if we overspoil the kids, they don't learn. They need a little bit of discipline and, I don't mean roughshod, but you guys know what I mean, right? It's usually when they learn too. When they have the Saturn return, I feel like they're 12 at that time, 12 or 14. And so this is when they learn that, I think it's 12, that life's not just, I don't know, hanging out with your friends and, Valentine's Day and just all this kind of bikes and, stuff like that. So this person has learned that. The Fool sits in the past. And the Fool is, the Fool is somebody who basically says, I'm going to do this here because I feel courageous. I feel spontaneous. I want this. I want a new path. And here he is, and he's at the crossroads, the Fool. You can see the crossroads here. And he is definitely going on a new journey. And the dog's there as his friend. So he has, he has a companion. But he's leaving. He's going out to kind of, make his life. And so this person realized in the past that they wanted a new beginning. And that this was going to be there's adventure here. And we know with adventure, there's always the unknown, right? If you get on your horse, I know you guys don't probably have a horse, but you know what I mean, in kind of allegorically speaking, if you get on your horse and you go on a journey, there's always the unknown. Yeah, there's the adventure, like, wow, this could be great. This can, I could do this or that, or, this can happen to me and I can go here and there, and what an adventure. But there's also the unknown and the mystery to it, and that's what the Fool brings here. And that's part of the fun and the appeal too, because somebody in this reading, this person was dealing with stagnation. Yeah, that's what was going on here, some type of stagnation. And we have the Ten of Swords here, extreme happiness. Change is imminent, right? So imminent is, it's like kind of a faster version of inevitable, right? You could be saying, I know that, Denise, right? But just in case, right, and the imminent's going to happen right away. Inevitable means it's definitely going to happen, but it could be in a year or, can sometimes be years possibly, right? Inevitable. Oh, it's inevitable change, but imminent, it's around the corner. It is. The Hangman's here, as I said, and he knows something needs to end. Yeah, and the baby came to tell him, get off of that. Stop sacrificing yourself. You got it now. Something needs to be released. Just get down and go about your life and see things in a new way. It's an awakening. It's kind of an awakening in a hard way. There's difficulty with the Hangman. And so the king of cups is here. Here he is standing, and it's about somebody who is loving and compassionate, and that is the concern. So maybe this person is hoping you will be compassionate, most likely, because somebody is, this is really bothering somebody here. I feel like it's what they've done in the past. I feel like there's definitely a lack of like emotional intelligence in the past, yeah, or a lower consciousness, either one. It's the same thing. You're not conscious of basically, of your powers and who you are and who Sagittarius is and what you've been doing, right? Yeah, and you could have been codependent, definitely. And so, yeah, and maybe not, enough self-love. You got the love too. This talks about self-love. Yeah, it's in you, but you have to find it, right? And so, Knight of Cups is in the reverse. This is somebody who's bringing this cup of love. And it's kind of cute here. He's got, a flower with these, cup with like these, kind of looks like a red camellia. Do they have red camellias? It looks like camellia to me. The red and the white. And so, excuse me, you guys. And yeah, it's interesting because he's really coming at sunset. Sunset or sunrise, but I'm thinking sunset. And so here he is on his horse and he's holding up the cup. It's in the reverse. It's in your environment. This is somebody who's afraid. Yeah, I hope this person is not so afraid though, because there is fear here. Yeah, and there's this noble, wanting to be noble and do the right thing. There definitely is, and that's what he's doing here. And we have the Queen of Cups showing up in the hope and the desire. Let's look at we have the Queen, the Knight, and the King. It's all about love for sure, but let's look at that. The Queen of Cups is sensitive lady who relies on her intuitive ability rather than on common sense. Okay, well, for me, the intuitive, I like how they have it. I mean, the way they have it explained here is a little confusing. So she relies on her intuition rather than, in other words, her intuition is the most important thing. Like if she learned that, somebody, well, people don't change. That's kind of, I mean, that could be seen as common sense to some people, right? To me, it's not, because I know that people change, especially not everybody. But she's just relying completely on her intuition, which means that, hey, this situation might kind of look this way, but I'm trusting my intuition. Your person is hoping you're going to trust your intuition about them. Yeah, like you're not going to go by rules or what society has taught everybody. Yeah, definitely don't do that. No, of course not. Or, maybe even what your mom said. Hey, you know how men are. They don't change, especially if they're already 40. Just stuff like that. Don't go by any of that, Sagittarius. This is about fate and destiny here. And we see it here with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm. It's interesting how they have you at the midheaven, Sagittarius, which can be a place of fate, at least how you want to be seen in the world. Yeah, the 10th house. So they have you here. They do. You're usually not here. You're usually more over here. Yeah, you are. On the wheel. And in the potential outcome is the Knight of Wands. And that could be you. Could be. Let's look at what they're saying about this, right? It's usually about courage and basically showing up, right? Taking action. And the Knight of Wands is a young man can create vibrations that will call for sudden decisions or change in life. You see how they're talking about vibrations, and I was as well. This is somebody who's definitely awakened to how life is supposed to be. This person understands life now. We see it here with the Hierophant, the truth. They understand the truth of what life is. As soon as somebody understands what life is, everything will change for them. Their life will go from misery to happiness. Yeah, but they have to understand it and stop listening to outside sources, right? Social media, just stuff like that. Yeah. So we're going to end this reading. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me here. Get your reading, get your groove on, Sagittarius, right? Thanks so much for joining me here. Yeah, the psychic reading, lots of fun. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if you haven't seen the video, I'm gonna, on my astrology channel, I'll pin that below in the comments again. And as I said, the next one will be it's more in layman's terms. But the 12 signs are covered, and you will understand basically how the Libra full moon, the eclipse, which is tomorrow, I believe, it's Sunday. Yeah, it is Sunday and Monday. On the West Coast, it's Sunday night at midnight, and the eclipses are endings. They are fated endings for people. And it doesn't have to mean something ends for you, like a relationship or you're not going to work somewhere. I mean, for some people it can, but definitely some type of ending in the way you think about something, the way you approach something, maybe something you don't like anymore, just things like that. So it's all explained over there. Thank you so much for joining me here. The eclipses are huge, right? So please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell, Sagittarius, so you can be notified of my readings.